First year honors mentor program. It's for freshman honors students, and it is a unique opportunity for those students to be engaged in undergraduate research starting from their basically first semester. There is no any other programs which provide this support for students. Of course, we have many projects in STEM disciplines and engineering, but at the same time we have many projects in human sciences and business and performing arts and other non-STEM disciplines. So research is basically for everyone.
I've been working on a project that is looking at mycoplasma in finches and chickens and whether there's transfer of the disease between the two.
So I've been working in Dr. Nair's lab on tomato grafting and the effect of light and root temperature on graft healing.
We're working on a vaccine for chickens against avian pathogenic E. coli.
For my project, I started off the semester by reading through the scripts of two plays, Romeo and Juliet and To Kill a Mockingbird. And then I researched some of what other past sets had done, and then just kind of some stuff from the eras of what places looked like back then. And now I'm finishing up by designing it on 3D modeling software and actually 3D printing some pieces for the set.
In past, we did have cases where students from engineering did choose to do research in performing arts just to try it, and opposite.
I'm able to use kind of the creative theater stuff mixed with the software and stuff with the engineering.
So it's a pretty easy process. You get to read the bios of the different research centers and what they're doing, and then you rank them about what you're interested in, and then you're going to hear back which one you are matched to based on their interest in what you like.
I was a little nervous as well, starting out as a freshman, and scared that the research was some crazy big thing where it would just be tons of reading and note-taking and measurements. And there is a lot of that too, but you really are just an assistant to a mentor who's probably going to be a grad student, or it may be the professor that you're working with. You're just there to watch what they do and learn from them, and hopefully be able to use the skills that you learn from them later. I always wanted to get involved in research, but I wasn't sure how. I wasn't sure how I could just approach a professor and say that, oh, please take me for research. So this gave me an opportunity. They literally walked me through the process of getting a research job, and I feel that really helped get me started. I learned that research wasn't really as scary and overly intellectual as I thought it was. It was more about just getting some basic questions you want answered.
I was always interested in this group of talented, excited freshmen and seeing if I could be involved in that. Part of our mission is to help train people in research, right? So with people like this, it makes it easy.
I really like working with very young students because they are fresh, they are very excited about science, and the students from honor program are really very smart, so they learn really very fast. I really enjoyed working with them.
Coming in has given me a pretty good idea of some of the things that different types of labs work on and the protocols they do and how they set up experiments and how they record data and how they analyze their data and then present their data.
If you're in a biology or chemistry lab, just a class version, everything you're doing has been done before, whereas if you're in an actual lab and conducting research, what you're doing is new and it's something you have to think about everything before you do something.
It's been pretty cool to be able to actually be in a lab and see the long-term results rather than just be in for a day and substituting for someone or volunteering. And I feel like I've gotten a lot more idea of why I'm doing something.
You will have chance to do research within your discipline, acquire new skills, and learn just in general what is undergraduate research and learn about other part of the university. Not often, but sometimes we have cases where people changing their majors because research influenced their interests.
I mean, it's definitely broadened my horizons, kind of, exposed me to new stuff, and I think I could see myself doing taking research positions in the future.
I think that getting lab experience as well as clinical experience is very good for the path that I'm going to, and I If I need to come back and do some more lab work, I think that I have some good experience behind my belt already.
For me, it gave me an idea that I really wanted to do grad school after this, which I probably wouldn't have been that certain about before.
To get into vet school, you need a strong science background. So to have research on something that especially relates to poultry is a good step up if you're trying to get in. Now that I've worked with the animals and done research on them, I can see there's a whole world of possibilities that I didn't even think about before.
It is giving me more skills, so I'll be able to get into places more easily, and I'll have references as well with all the people I've met.
Statistics show that about 50% of those who participate in the program stay with the same research mentor within the same research group for the rest of their study at Iowa State, which is very high successful rate.
I'm staying in this lab into my next semester and potentially the one after that because I've enjoyed this research so much.
It's a unique program and it's critical experience. Looking at graduate school applications, one of the things that really stands out is whether somebody's been able to do and had that drive to do research as an undergrad.
I didn't really expect that I would be doing it at all. So that kind of surprised me with honors. And I was really excited about that too, to see oh, whoa, we can do research. That's so exciting, and we're only freshmen. So I really appreciate that honors offers that as a program.